Mercedes-Benz has a history of more than 50 years in the military industry. They have about 150,000 vehicles operating around the world.
Warfare has experienced quite a bit of change in the last 50 years as such, and starting probably from Vietnam, there's a new tendency which one calls asymmetric warfare. In the past one talked about symmetric warfare. Now asymmetric warfare is different in the sense that you don't necessarily know who your enemy is. The Geneva Conventions don't apply, and things such as IED, with explosive devices, are used on an ongoing basis. And this is the type of warfare that is applied in places such as Afghanistan and Iraq. Now that has a major impact on basically trucks and the defense industry as a whole, from a protection level and the way the armies make sure that their soldiers don't get hurt, injured or killed.
Mercedes-Benz is in the process of bidding for the South African Department of Defence's Vistula and Sapula projects. If they clinch the deal, they'll be supplying their Zetros and Actros models.
In this asymmetric warfare, the risk profile of every country, every region is different. So let's take South Africa, for example. Should we do border protection, the risk profile might be different in the sense that occasionally there might be mines, we don't know, or there might be AK-47 shots fired at the military. If there was peacekeeping in, for example, a place such as Somalia, Burundi, etc., where there's active warfare, the risk profile is bigger. So what we have designed and developed is a armoured cabin concept which is customizable to the risk profile of a particular region. This allows you to have a particular risk profile for ballistic, which is bullets and rifles, mining, and then IED and other explosive devices. So there are different risk profiles. We have almost like a toolbox which we can then use to build a particular armoured cabin for a particular vehicle. And these can also be upgraded over time in terms of if the risk profile should increase. And we can say very proudly that in certain places where our vehicles have been used, they've done so extremely well. In the military space in general, one has different vehicle applications. I think it's very important to note. You have attack vehicles, then you have the second front vehicles, which are typically what Vistula vehicles would do. They would support basically the main line. And then you have also mainstream vehicles that basically do general logistics and distribution in a country or even in Africa. So in particular, the vehicles that, like you see behind me, basically have to do everything that is required for a regiment to be operational, which means they need to bring in from the people all the equipment that's required, the water supply, the diesel supply, etc., etc. So it's really a backbone to any fighting or defending army.
The Vistula is expected first, of which Mercedes-Benz would be a Level 5 turnkey service provider.
A Level 5 systems integrator is a specific status that is required to deal with military projects in South Africa, such as, for example, Vistula or Sapula would. And it means that there's a complete turnkey solution that's required. It means that all the supply of the vehicles, if there were to be financing, all the vendors, all the bodies, the after-sales support, all components, all the system integration would need to occur, and the party would need to be responsible for that.
To carry out this multifaceted service, Mercedes-Benz will once again partner with Land Mobility Technologies.
In order to support a tender such as Vistula for a period of 30 years, you need a company which is basically customized for the specific purpose and combines all the vehicle components but also fleet management components. And this particular company has a strong background in fleet management.
The trucks are designed and produced in Germany. The chassis will be sent to South Africa in a kit to be assembled. Armoured bodies, body components and load handling equipment would be supplied from South Africa. It is estimated that Vistula could involve around 1,500 vehicles, with Sapula rumoured to be at around 1,000.